Okay, watch watch Tana Part 2 to understand.
Order another Uber. I secretly start.
Oh shoot. Shoot.
Bones ass, like dominating. He's like so tall too that he's like taller than the driver's seat. So you just see his like white man like shoulders, but I have no idea what his face looks like. In the middle of the fucking forest with no cell phone service. Like he could have easily killed us there and like gotten away with it.
I feel.
And so he goes running. He eventually drives further down the hill, and we get cell phone service back. I start texting one of my best friends, and he's being like, "As soon as you're down the street, like as soon as you're on a street, like get out of the car. Like what are you doing? This is so dumb. You're so unsafe. Get out of the car. Like the second you see like a
Yeah, you seem like you're overreacting.
CVS or a gas station or a restaurant, like go there, order another Uber. Like, I secretly start mapping to my house because I'm like, I should at least get directions toward like civilization. But also, my phone's at like fucking 15%. I don't have a portable charger. There's no fucking iPhone chargers. And I'm low-key sitting there like freaking the fuck out, like having a full-blown panic attack. And then he's just like,
oh, service came back.
And like blares the music. So now I'm sitting there again, loud-ass music. Like this man's gonna fucking kill me. But I'm mapping. And I'm looking at the map. From where Bella lives, you could go to Calabasas, or you could go back towards like Hollywood, like the Valley, like Sherman Oaks, like the rest of LA this way, or like higher up into like richer LA, like Malibu. Like, and so obviously, like I'm gonna go back down to like the poor side.
No one cares.
And I realize in my maps, it just keeps rerouting and rerouting and rerouting. And I realize he's like driving toward Calabasas. And there's no way to go to my house from Calabasas. Like he is driving like further from my house. And so I'm like, this makes no sense. Like if he was gonna kill us, like he would just fucking do it. Why is he gonna drive like super far away? Like maybe he's just going like a weird way. But then I realize we're just getting deeper and deeper and deeper into Calabasas to the point that I'm like, oh my God, I'm 5 minutes from Jake's house. Should I just go there? Being it has boxing in like an hour. And I'm so scared. But Calabasas also is like old rich people who go to bed at 7 p.m. So the streets are dead. The street lights are off. It's pitch black. There's nowhere we could get an Uber. It would take long as fuck again. It would just be him. Why would I ask him to drop us off on a street corner? Like then he's gonna know I'm afraid of him. Like I need an excuse, like whatever. And then I realize he's driving down the road and he keeps missing freeway exits. And the roads are dead. It's not like there's like traffic. Like he's purposely missing them. I realized he missed the first one, and I'm like, damn, that was probably a mistake. Like whatever. And so then I like peer over into like his front seat, and I'm looking at his phone, and I see that he is like fully looking at the directions, ignoring them. Like,
ooh, very suspicious. It's almost like, no.
Seeing that it's telling him to like get on this freeway and just keeps driving. And now I'm like, I get it. Like some people like know their way around, like they go a different way other than the maps, but like there's no other way back to my house than like getting on this like freeway. And he's just missing it and missing it and missing it and driving deeper and deeper into like butt fuck, like Calabasas, like nowhere.
Also, she keeps saying that. Don't know why. It's an awful expression. You could just say in the middle of nowhere.
But there's no gas stations, there's no nothing. Now my other best friend's still like blowing me up, being like, get out of the car. The first thing you see, get out of the car. Like, what are you doing? Just get out of the car. I look up to the front seat one more time, and I see that he's driving with his elbows and using a cloth to clean like a little like travel size spray bottle. And I'm very 0 to 100, so I'm just like, chloroform, that's chloroform.
Chloroform is very dense. It's a very dense liquid, so it's kind of like squirting honey out of a squirt bottle.
You're gonna fucking kill me. Have you seen the movie Split? I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie Split, but the scene in the movie Split fucked me up for life. The story gets so much worse. This isn't even like literally like the half of it. I'm instantly like chloroform, that's chloroform. When things are just like creepy too, I'm always in my own head. Like
could just be window cleaner, some water, maybe liquid refreshment.
You're being over dramatic, Tana. You ordered an Uber Black. He has a different car. Like getting up to Bella's house is fucking hard. It's 4 a.m. He's probably just tired. Like he probably did think you ordered another Uber. Like I'm always very like you're being over dramatic because like I'm like when the whole world tells you you're over dramatic.
You're right. You are being over dramatic. I mean. Chloroform.
You start to believe it. But there was something about me seeing him cleaning this spray bottle and like driving with his elbows and like purposely missing all these exits. My head was literally just like, get out right now. You have to get out. And so I'm texting Amari in the car, like, I'm getting out. Amari's being like, no, don't. Like, it's 4 a.m. Like, please, can we just stay? Like, I'm scared as fuck too, but like, we're in the middle of nowhere. Like, what are you going to do? Your phone's on 15%. Like, please don't do this. And I literally respond to him and I'm like, I am getting getting out of this car. I will get out alone. I will find my ride home alone. Either you're coming with me or you're not. Like, that's how scared for my life I was. I don't know why, but I just was. I still have chills.
I still have chills. She said that like 1,000,000 times.
And instantly, everything in my body is like, you just have to get out. Even if you like make him known that you're going to get out, it doesn't matter. And the first thing that falls out of my mouth is, I'm on my period. Not on my
Oh, God.
period, fully not bleeding. I'm like, I'm on my period. I need to stop it. It's just like word vomiting out of me. Like, I'm like making it up as I go. I'm like, I need to stop at a CVS or a Rite Aid or somewhere to get something, and you can just drop me off. It's fine. We'll get another Uber. Can we find a place? Do you think you can help? And then he like cuts me off, and he's like,
Okay, I'm sure we'll see something on the car ride home.
and then I'm like, but I don't know. It's really late, and like I'm not sure, and like I need to find something now. And like you can just drop me off at the nearest anything, even if it's not open. I'll figure it out. And he cuts me off, and he's like,
We'll find something.
and then I sit back and I go silent for a second. I'm like, okay, bitch, you need to chill because you just made this man clearly know that you think he's a murderer. And so I sit back and I'm like, I'm gonna chill for a second. Like 10 seconds of silence go by, and he goes,
Or will we?
Okay, that's kind of, very interesting.
maybe
Then
Then it just zooms into Tana's face looking dumbfounded.
just a weird dude with really weird social skills, and he was just like thinking about like, or will we find a place? But also, what? You're gonna kill me and my friend right now with your spray bottle of chloroform. I'm getting out. And so we're driving.
Again, chloroform's a dense liquid. You could just Google chloroform. Oh wow, what is this? Oh, I Google chloroform. Chloroform, or tetranythomethanol, is an organic compound. It is color, strong smelling, and a dense liquid. It's almost like it's bad at, doing that.
Driving, and we're about to pass another freeway entrance, and I see that his maps is telling him to take it, and it's low-key like one of the last ones, and I see a
How's it low-key like one of the last ones?
teeny tiny micro Shell gas station, and it's like on a freeway, like on ramp right before you get on the freeway for like a road trip through like the middle of nowhere with no service, like type of tiny ass gas station. And I open the door on the fucking like get on the freeway on ramp to the gas station, like whatever, and I'm like, let's just get out here, we're fine. And so he kind of tries to like, this story's so long. This story's so fucking long. I literally just hope
It's so long I have to split this entire story into 2 parts.
misery and suffering is interesting. That's all I have. And so the Uber like realizes I'm gonna like get out on this like freeway entrance on ramp if he doesn't let me out, and he like slightly pulls into the gas station. He's like,
What's up?
and I'm like, we can just get out right here. It's totally fine. Like, I'll leave you a tip in the app. I'm so sorry for the inconvenience, sir. I hope this was a long enough ride for how far that you drove, but like, I just need to get out right here. And like, I'm on my period. Like, I need a tampon. And like, I'm gonna get out right here, okay? Amari and I literally hop out of the car, and he's just like, oh, what the fuck? And like, drives what I think is going to be off. How is this story still going? And so we start walking up to this gas station. There's a sign on the door, closed for shift change. And we're in the middle of nowhere. There's not a car anywhere. There's one car parked at the gas station, but I'm assuming it's like the worker changing shifts. The freeway's empty. No one at the gas station. Street lights are off. And now we're standing in front of this locked door, and we see that the Uber is turning around and
Wow. Whatever, let's just continue.
coming back. And I'm on the phone with my best friend. I'm like, he's coming back. And he's driving back towards us. My best friend is like running behind the gas station. Amari and I literally bolt like for our lives behind this gas station. We're hiding in this alley at 4:30 in the morning, and we're standing in this alley like
Okay, it looks like you two are the murderers.
panting for our lives, hoping we lost this fucking Uber. Amari's like, that lovely boned ass, bitch ass, pussy ass, fucking like. My phone's at 15%.
You mean basic bitch?
Order an Uber. We wait like 10 minutes. I ended up ordering it to the wrong gas station because I'm literally just a fucking idiot, stupid, dumb white bitch who dies first in the horror movies that literally like deserves to die at this point because of how fucking stupid I am. We order a second Uber. Our other Uber pulls up. It's the correct license plate. Super nice guy. Super nice car ride home. And I'm not over dramatic. Amari and I
Chloroform.
Obviously talk about it the rest of the car ride home. We're just cooking this guy for being like a lovely bones ass, creepy ass, angry fucking giant white dude that was like gonna kill us. That was the
Angry fucking giant white dude man.
weirdest, one of the weirder Uber rides I've ever had in my life. I literally verbatim out loud to Amari say, damn, I wish that was good enough for a story time, but there's no like, it's honestly almost like I manifested what I'm about to tell you happening, but
It's almost like that happened.
saying this, I'm like, I'm just gonna leave it off the internet. It doesn't fucking matter. I think I did tweet like BRB might die in my Uber. No intentions to tell this story ever. A sketchy Uber ride and getting out of a car to a closed empty gas station in the middle of Calabasas and like going through some lovely bones ass weird ass hell. It's just like a Wednesday.
Is just like a Wednesday. It's almost like some are fake or over exaggerated. Chloroform.
For me, you know? And like we were drunk and like high, you know? So like maybe we're being
High on what exactly? Please explain high on what? Because I'm pretty sure marijuana isn't legal. I mean, it kind of is. Medical marijuana is. So were you abusing the medical marijuana system? That's a serious offense. You know, I think Tana Mongoose a felon. Woo.
being overdramatic. Like maybe we're fucked up. And then I meant to report him on the Uber app and never did. I just figured out the Lyft that I ordered and like paid that driver because I felt bad. And then this morning I went to Best Buy with Natalie. I woke up at like 8 a.m. I've been doing shit all fucking day. I asked my assistant Natalie, I was like, yo, like at like 9:40 a.m., can you drive me to Best Buy and take me to get a bunch of new cameras and equipment and shit? And I purposely asked her to take me, A, because of the like Uber PTSD. B, I don't want to Uber alone with like $2,000 of electronics with me. I don't want to walk through a Best Buy parking garage alone. Will you take me? For those reasons. So we go to Best Buy. I get all the camera shit. I'm vlogging about the Pornhub Awards today. But I want you to get
Oh my god, please, anything.
the fresh emotion because this is what happened today. Hi. I get the camera. We're checking out. It's an amazing experience. Amazing vlog fucking moment. 5 out of 5 stars. Best Buy in fucking the Valley. We're checking out at a random kiosk.
Jesus Christ. 5 out of 5. You sound like the Nelk Boys, just saying random bad things that make no sense, but we're supposed to believe this is good.
And then the worker's like, I have to take you to our main checkout center to take all the sensors off of these items now. This little checkout that we were at doing everything else
Ooh,
is
that's
on
fun.
an end cap in the middle of the store. Like a very random area. And he was like specially helping us. It's not a checkout, if that makes sense. Also a little
Yeah, wonder why. I don't know why you include this.
backstory.
Oh, also 10 more minutes.
We literally showed up to the Best Buy when it opened. It was completely empty. We were literally making like Black Friday doorbuster fucking jokes because they like unlocked it for us. There's like 30 workers everywhere. No one in the store. It's completely empty. And I turn around to this
That sounds actually kind of cool.
giant, tall ass man.
I'm sure you're going to guess it. It's the Uber driver.
But I don't know it yet. Just to give you a little spoiler, I turn around to this man, and he's so fucking tall.
And he's the same person.
This tall ass guy that I literally have to like look up at him, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry if I was in your way. Like that's how close to him I am. Instantly, I'm like, why are you this close to me? There's no.
Okay, let's play a little game. Who do you think the person is? The same person who did the Uber ride? The, random store clerk who was also creepy? Or one of her friends who got high and then committed a murder? Let's see.
There's no valid reason why this giant ass man was hovering over me. I also like not to suck my own dick, but I feel like I have a superpower where I can like tell when people are staring at me. I don't know if it's
Point of view, the narcissist popular girl in high school. Yeah, that's kind of it.
because people are always staring at me.
Jesus Christ!
Because I'm a fucking walking obnoxious fucking this. The whole time
Yeah, I agree.
we were checking out, I felt like someone was like staring at me or like behind me or like something or whatever. So it was almost like when I
Yeah, that's called suspicion.
Turned around to him, I was like, you were what I felt because I'm psychic. And I like have to like
Ooh, I'm also psychic, or I just know how to manipulate people. Okay. So what? I ran a test because when people were behind me, I kept feeling this feeling and wondering if other people were doing it. I I I use psychological tactics to make them experience things unwanted. If that sounds bad, it kind of is. There also weren't willing participants knowing what was actually going on. So, yeah. But also, my study concluded I can.
like walk around and like he doesn't move. And as I'm walking away over to the other checkout center, he turns to Natalie and and he's like,
I just really like you guys' Halloween looks.
What?
he turns to Natalie and he's like,
I just really like you guys' Halloween looks.
What? How? What the hell? This was uploaded on October 28th.
Natalie's wearing like a big orange sweater. She's like, thank you. And I'm like, what? And he's like,
your black hair.
And I'm like,
It's a compliment?
oh, okay, thanks.
Jesus.
I also just like,
Here, I'm gonna go find out what note that is. It was a C. Oh my Jesus.
Natalie is a very like normal, easygoing girl who has like really good luck. Someone literally just bought her $100,000 car for no reason, like good luck. We just think very differently.
I'm gonna go have to see Tana's previous video. Yeah, shoot, I can't find it. Shoot. Oh no, whatever, let's continue.
Like she's like, oh, thank you, my orange sweater. And I'm like, oh, you're gonna fucking kill me. And it's not that like I like your Halloween looks is that weird, I guess, like black hair, orange sweater, we get it. It was that it was like,
I like your Halloween looks.
I'm like, why are you 5 inches from me? And he just has no bag, no cart, he's not looking for anything, whatever. And so we walk over to this checkout. And right by the checkout, there's like aisles. And I see him.
It's a compliment.
Just kind of look around like, like what should I do? It's like clear he has no agenda. And he walks in the nearest aisle by the checkout. And he's literally so fucking tall, like 6'5", that like this much of his body is hovering over the aisle. And so now I'm standing there while this guy's removing all the sensors and Natalie's just like talking to them and whatever. And I keep looking back and I see that he's just standing there staring at me. Like fully just like.
That's unfortunate.
Like that. And
Now imagine someone looking like they're going through withdrawals mixed with a serial rapist. That was basically the look.
I turn and I look one time and he's just staring at me. And so I look away. I turn and I look again. And I'm like, I don't want to play this game, man. Like,
Stop it! Okay, since I have kind of perfect pitch, I can tell that's an F.
but I do this thing where whenever I know someone's staring at me, like if I know you're staring at me, I know for a fact, like I check twice, like not being like a conceited, narcissistic, dumb cunt, like I know someone's staring at me where I stare at them.
Some people say you are. By some, I mean everybody.
Until they look away. If it's just a creepy guy, usually by you staring at them back in the eyes, like you're asserting enough dominance that they're like, damn, like I'll fuck off, like social cues, you know? And like if they're not staring at you, obviously they're like, oh my God, why are we making eye contact for this long? So they look away. And if someone's like really a fucking murderer, which is very rare, 9 times out of 10, someone's going to look away. I've only had several minute instances where people don't, and usually it's
30% of the time? People
always when I'm dealing with someone like trying to fucking kill me. And I look at him.
30% of people you've met and had long-term eye contact with were murderers?
And he just doesn't look away. And we make eye contact for like 1 minute. I'm just looking at this man, not associating it at all with like Wednesday night and like the Uber that tried to kill me or whatever. But I'm thinking in my
Yeah, but it's in the same video, so
I had like, damn, you creepy ass fucking white dude. Like Coca-Cola bottle glasses, yellow fucking button all the way up, just like weird ass face. Like just like the way he's looking at me is literally like, I'm gonna eat your fucking liver. Whenever I'm
Who are you, Snow White?
playing this eye contact game with someone, I will not back out. I will stare at someone for minutes before I look away to prove a point. Like, you're not gonna kill me. I'm not that bitch. I can't be fucked with. I will
Actually, you are that bitch.
stare at you until you look away. But for some reason, his like gaze was so scary that I like cowered. And then I was sitting there to myself like, you fucking pussy ass bitch. You got scared of this man and you looked away and he won the game and I was gonna fucking kill you. So I wait another minute. They're still taking the sensors off. I look.
Why do you use so many swear words? And this person was acting like an absolute creep. I mean, it's so easy just not to do that, so I don't get why.
I look back at him, still just like staring at me over an aisle too, over a fucking whole ass like GoPro fucking installation in Best Buy, staring at me deadpan.
Nice.
Like that. I look
Serial rapist mixed with withdrawals again.
at him and I yell over the aisle. I'm like, can I help you with something? And he instantly is like, and walks around the aisle and walks up to me and gets this close to me.
And close.
And he takes a camera out of his pocket, but it's like this tiny little camera that fits in like a men's shirt size pocket. And he takes it out of his pocket and he's like,
I'm looking for a battery for this.
and then I'm like, what? And I'm like, oh, did you think that when I said, can I help you, that I was like a worker? But like, I know that he didn't because he just watched this whole checkout interaction. And there's also like 93 fucking workers in blue shirts, like waiting to work, bored because the store just opened. Like, and I'm like standing there dressed like this. Literally, it was like 30 minutes ago. I was just.
So, she's dressed like a stereotypical Instagram model. I put model in air quotes because I really hope this video doesn't get demonetized.
There. And then he like just looks me up and down and like laughs at himself.
Why?
Like he made himself laugh by acting like he thought my like, can I help you meant like a store worker's can I help you? Like he knew it didn't,
Please help.
you know? And then he puts the camera back in the pocket and he's just like, and like laughs to himself again and doesn't move. So then I like step closer to the checkout with Natalie. And then now Natalie is starting to like tune into the conversation. But I also know in her head that she's thinking like, God damn it, Tana, like you confrontational crazy ass bitch. Because like
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of rightfully so, because god damn it, Tana, you crazy ass bitch. You confrontational crazy ass bitch. I mean, come on, god damn it, Tana.
Natalie would never do that. I, 9 times out of 10, also would never do that. Like, be like, what are you looking at? Can I help you? Like, so whatever.
Yeah, so let's add up the math. So you do, if you only do that 10% of the time, which is a stupid amount of times, and then 30% of that, you do, do this, that's a little bit, suspect. Like, a little bit. By a little bit, I mean, holy Jesus, what are you doing? Tell me what you are doing right now, because that means for every conversation you have, 1 second, let me go do some math. For every conversation you have, 3% of the time, you will randomly stare at someone. That's higher, let's think. That's higher than, let's say you have 2 accounts, getting the imposter in 1 round in Among Us. I was just playing Among Us. So, you have a more likely chance of Tana Mongul staring at you than getting an imposter on 2 accounts in the same round. And that's if that's if it's 1. Yeah. Tana Mongoose, that's her proper name, is an idiot.
Whatever, but this man was too old and his stare was too creepy and like over the aisle, like the Best Buy's empty and it's like, also if you were looking for a battery for the camera, you would have just asked the like worker workers, and like it just was so obvious that it just like wasn't that. And he doesn't move; he's still standing right behind me.
You know what?
Standing by the exit, we're about to leave. I'm not gonna walk out of this camera store like with $2,000 worth of shit. Just me and Natalie. And he can like, I can tell that he can tell that she like is oblivious to this and like doesn't really care. And she's kind of like giggling and like whatever. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna get murdered by this man. Like he's like smirking.
Why do you assume everybody is going to get murdered? That means you're going to assume, according to the math, 3% of people you meet are murderers. 3%. That's very fun.
He's like he thinks it's funny and he's not moving. And the workers are now like, what the fuck is going on? So finally, the only thing I know to do, I turn to the workers and I'm like, could you have somebody walk me out to my car with this stuff? Because to walk out of this Best Buy is like through a giant ass parking garage and we parked really far. And they're like, yeah, do you feel unsafe? Like they're catching on to this man's like shit. And I go to say yeah. And the man starts laughing. And I'm like, yeah, can someone walk me out to my car? And so I turn to the guy and I'm looking at him dead in the eyes while he's just looking at me like,
yeah, dead in the eyes, like you're about to be in your fictional scenario.
6'5", like over me, like. And I go, yeah, can someone walk me out to my car? I feel unsafe. And so then they get a worker. The worker takes our bag, and we start walking away. My heart is racing out of my chest. I'm freaking out. I still
So that's where your ethics went.
yet to associate the Uber ride with this man. I'm just freaked out by this like current occurrence that's happening.
It's him. I guarantee it. I guarantee it.
And he goes, did you think I was harassing you? And I turn around and I'm like, what? And then Natalie at this point now is like, what? Now it's like it's not like weird small talk and like I'm not being weird or whatever. He literally said, did you think I was harassing you?
Did you think I was harassing you? Okay.
Natalie, me, and the worker turn around and he goes, I wasn't, but believe me, I wish I could. The worker turns to Natalie and
Jesus.
and is like, come on, let's go. Natalie's turning to me being like, damn, Tana, like your instincts are fire. Like you're right. Like you've just been through a lot. Like that's so crazy. Like I literally wouldn't have even known.
No. For that to be true, seriously, Tana among you would have to have incredible senses. Senses non-human. Because, seriously, 3% of all people she meets is a ridiculously high number. In fact, here, let's just go total, here, I'll tell you, according to Tana's, numbers, let's take, the entire county of LA, or whichever county LA is in, and find how many people is it, according to Tana, are murderers and rapists and all those. So, 300,000 people think Tana Mongul thinks are rapists and murderers. Yeah, this person's sane. Whatever. Let's continue.
Noticed that he was like staring at us or whatever. Like, who says that? Like, believe me, I wish I could be. Like, what? Like, what's going on? And the worker turns to me and is like, I've never seen anything like that. That was just like one of the horror.
Wow. Just like one of the horror movies. Just like one of the horror movies.
And then I go, yeah, it was like the movie That's So Raven, fucking otherworldly, out-of-body experience. It was just like the movie Split. I was just in this where it was just. I literally start sprinting to the car. I get in the car. I pull out my Uber app. I pull up my previous trip. I pull up his profile picture. Like, his name's Justin. I remember that from the Uber ride the other night. I pull it up and I look at the picture. And, like, I didn't really see the first Uber driver. I didn't really get a glimpse of his
I called it.
face. To me, what makes this all more than a coincidence, because like I said, I didn't really see the first Uber driver's face well enough to 100% say that like that was the same man, but the voice and the stare. And when it was happening and he was talking to me, I wasn't thinking like, oh, this is like that creepy voice from the other night. I was just thinking this guy is creepy.
Jesus. So they're probably two separate people. Unless, I don't know, say the profile pic is the same. Let's play.
The most memorable, bone-chilling voice.
And I'm gonna bet it's the same. Then she's...
Okay.
Then she shows the picture, which she may be able to get sued for, because that's defamation. You have no actual evidence that this guy is a murderer except hearsay, and well, you're then spreading falsities about him and impacting his reputation. You could get sued.
Okay, you get it. You get the point. I'm like 99% sure it was the same guy. I rush home with Natalie. I'm obviously freaking out the whole car ride home. I run in, I wake Amari, and I tell him this story. And the first thing he says was the voice the same? Because, like, that's how.
Okay, might be the same person.
Like, I think that was the same guy. Like, if I like had to like testify in a court of law, I think it's the same guy. And maybe it's a
No. Is it or is it not? You can't say I think. That's open to interpretation.
coincidence. Maybe he lives by me and was at a Best Buy at the same time as me as it opened. It was clear that his only mission was like be creepy to me or me and Natalie. Maybe he was just another creepy old guy who like saw two young girls. But the voice.
Cricket.
And you know, maybe I'm
Jesus. Stop. I thought I had escaped it. No.
thinking it. Oh my god, who's sitting there? Oh my god, no one's sitting there. Oh my god, I'm freaking out. I'm seeing things. I'm freaking out. I'm so
I think you took a hallucinogen.
paranoid. I don't have a conclusion. I think it's more of a like sound off what I should do in the comments below. I'm like, I think his name's Justin. It said that in the app. It's
No, that's more defamation.
really all I have going for me, a fake license plate number that he doesn't have. I'm gonna fucking die. I also don't want to die at like death by Uber driver. Like that just. But at least I got a conclusive Tana Mojo story time out of this, right? I need to go get my.
Oh shoot. I just looked at her wallet. It has a bunch of magazines labeled Boy Play. Yeah, I don't know. Well, let's go look at the comments. Okay. Okay. You need to hive in a private driver. You need security. You need to report this to Uber. That's just the start. No one. That one extension in her hair. I was literally starting at the one piece of her hair staring at the one piece of her hair the entire video. Yeah, there was one piece.
My hair done for the Pornhub Awards.
Oh god, that's right. Please stop mentioning this. Please don't look at it. I'm not. As we all know, I would never do something like that. Okay, let's finish out the video. Only a couple more seconds.
My psycho stalker Uber driver showed up to.
Okay, yeah, that's it. Bye. End of video.